Next, we have two panelists who can speak to the supply side of the lower-income housing market. First, Mr. Ricardo Jacinto of Habitat for Humanity Philippines.
Thank you, Frank. Good afternoon, everyone. To be quite honest, I did not get that set of questions together with my invitation 2 days ago, but anyway, I'll give it my best shot. Actually, I think Habitat, I was listening to the discussion by Veronica, and it was quite interesting. I remember telling myself that I wish we had access to the mortgage markets for our clients, because we serve the lowest classes of society. But I think maybe one thing that we can add to the picture, Habitat has been in the Philippines since 1988. Since that time, we've served over 32,000 families. And one of the ways that we've done so is basically create our own pool of funding for ourselves, meaning to say Habitat believes in a hand up, not a handout. So what we do is we actually ask our home partners to pay back the value of their of the home that's been donated to them. So we get donations, and then in turn we are able to leverage on these donations by building homes for others and then asking them to pay it back over a 10 to 15-year period at amortization rates roughly below or equal to what they are paying as illegal settlers or renters of their units. Having said that, it's been quite a challenge for us. We face many of the challenges that I would think both microfinance institutions face if they try to go out into loans, term loans of longer than 1 year. But all the same, I'm happy to say that we have our own, at least, base of funding. So in a sense, it's the poor funding themselves. No? And over that time, the net value of our portfolio is roughly about 30 million pesos, which doesn't seem like a whole lot in the scheme of things, but still, considering that we have been lending an average of maybe 50 to 60,000 pesos to homeowners, and then building at the rate of maybe 2,000 units a year, it's still something that we can rely on, quite apart from donations, to keep us continuing in our mission. And so, you know, that's one thing. I think a lot of people, I think the new buzzword these days is the bottom of the pyramid. Actually, there probably should be a better way to tap that bottom of the pyramid, because maybe there is a way. I know we do it for Pag-ibig, for salaried employees, but you know, there are a lot better minds in this room, but maybe one source that we're not paying attention to are the people we're trying to help themselves, who actually, as an economic class, have quite significant purchasing power. And I believe that's the whole point of the bottom of the pyramid concept. And the other thing too, we probably have to have Veronica spoke about legal rights, and maybe Ted can address that, but you know, it may be good to also have certain streamlined legal procedures in the case especially of socialized housing and microfinance housing that will enable you know, NGOs and people who want to work in this sector, like the MFIs, to better manage their exposure. Because in some cases, our experiences with the law in trying to get people to pay back is that it's very difficult to do so without a top-class lawyer like Ted here and his team. No, but so for NGOs like us, it's very difficult, especially since we don't have that economic size or value to be able to make it worth our while. Thank you.
We didn't send you the questions in advance because we knew you could ad-lib it pretty well.